Tell me how you living, maybe we can hit the crib. Love the way you look at me, attention's on your lips. Laugh when you say finally before we shed the kiss. You bring the color to the canvas that I paint in my head. Not trying to eat the lies the devil feed me off to my left. Cause then it's off to my steps, all of regrets. Looking at the review, pondering like what it all could've been. Something special in you off the rip what I sense. Had to play my cards or at the moment could ghost. Others couldn't view what I had seen through the lens. And so I took a shot and left the night with a toast. Tatted in my mind is your grand. Said you cried cause a man lost my mind to some women. Maybe they ended up friends. We can leave resent out of the diet. Weather the storm, I'm just testing the climate.
What is the definition of love? I'm actually, this time around, I'm with a female guest for a change. Her name is Candice, and it's really awesome how we met. Actually, it was at a comedy show that Lee, my former guest, actually two guests before this one, was on the show too. And he also has these shows that he brings other comedians in. So, you know, if you guys are ever in our area in New Jersey, the Huddle every end of the last Friday, and I forgot the other one. It's the first Saturday. What is the name of it, please? Blackjack Mulligans. My accent kills me.
I think it sounds great.
I love it.
8 o'clock, sharp. Be there if you want to have a good laugh. It's really cool because that's what kind of gets me going with my week or month sometimes, especially this month, my father's birthday is coming up, so I'm a little bit on the emotional side right now. So I start my question with where were you born and how old you are?
Oh, you're just going to ask that all on camera like that? First of all, I've been 28 for like the past 14 years. So that's, let's just say that. And,
all right. Well, I'm 44, so I beat you to it.
Clink. I would like to show the people how much love you show. Give me that bottle. I told her, she was like, oh, do you drink wine? I'm gonna get you something to drink. And I was like, no, I only drink Tito's. I thought she was gonna get me a little. This is what she got from me. I'm in love with her. This is if she ever asks you to be on this show, all right, just know that she will show you love and come your ass on the show. Okay, so can I curse? I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Okay, I am from New Orleans.
You are?
Yes, born and raised.
So when are you gonna take me? I always wanted to go, like the carnival.
Yeah, the Mardi Gras. We call it Mardi Gras, not the Mardi Gras. That's for tourists. But that's not really the only time to go. New Orleans there's always a festival. There's always a celebration. We have Essence Festival, we have Jazz Fest, we have Strawberry Fest, we have
Strawberry.
Yeah, yeah, we have everything. So there's always a good reason to go to the city, and it's very hospitable people that show a lot of love and very good food.
Somebody told me if you are from Europe, that's where you need to go.
Why?
They said that the people are really nice.
They
and,
are
welcoming.
Is that how it is in Europe? I've never been to Europe.
Well, where I grew up, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you will definitely enjoy it.
Cool. I'm looking forward to that. So, do you remember your first love?
I do. It wasn't. It's not. So without saying too much, I do. Someone that I met. So
how old were you though? I
was really older, I think, because I think people have their first love when they're kids, and my first love, I was probably 24, 26. I was a grown up.
Lust. It was.
No, it was a real thing, and it was interesting because I felt like I knew the person. It was a very weird phenomenon that I've never felt ever before or since. Just like that, I had known them forever, and when we talked, we were just I was like, did you go to school with this person? Did you go to church here? We were trying to figure out where we knew each other from, and we had never met. When we scrubbed our memory, this was the first time that we ever met, but it seemed like I had known that person forever.
So what happened?
You're
not with him no more.
Just youth. Yeah, just youth. And, it didn't work out, but it was it's just almost like our souls had been together before. Yeah, it was
I think it can be.
Yeah,
I really do. I think there's some people out there that
that you knew in another life.
That your soul is connected to them, but there's nothing other than that. Mm-hmm. After that, once you,
here in this tangible world, there was nothing that we could keep together. But there definitely was a connection.
It's because you have already met him before, maybe in a past life. Who knows?
Yeah, I think so. It certainly felt that way.
So I believe in that. You just said how it felt. So are you in a relationship right now?
I am currently in a relationship, and he is here.
He's so cool.
And he is refusing to be on camera.
Yeah, well, we're going to get him next time. Yeah, Trust me, definitely. I'm going to get him.
Definitely. But he's here in the studio listening to all
So when you met him, what caught your eye? What caught your attention? Why him?
So there were a couple things. So we met online, right? And then we got together for a drink. And
you met online?
Mm-hmm. Plenty of Fish.
Oh,
which is the most.
Not that.
Which is the most ratchet.
Are you serious?
It is the most
not
ratchet.
That. I know what that is. Trust me. I was on it for a month. I had
Isn't it ghetto?
As soon as I put my photo up.
Yeah.
I had 50,000 emails. I said to my sons, what the hell? You guys made me do this? They're Mom, it's going to be fun.
It is the absolute worst.
No, I had to shut it down in 2 hours.
Yeah.
I could not do it.
It is the bottom of the barrel of the free dating websites.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I found the only person who was worth anything on the entire site. honestly,
That's
seriously.
really cool. That's very cool.
So anyway, so I don't know. He sent me a message. He said that I ignored his messages. I don't remember.
Yes,
That's what he said. But anyway, he said I ignored his first couple messages.
because she's
I
a
can
comedian,
neither
she's gonna say I don't remember.
I can neither confirm nor deny that I ignored his first couple messages. But and anyway, we ended up meeting for a drink, and I remember that he ordered this really aged scotch, like as his drink, and I just thought it was such a sophisticated. Like being from New Orleans, like what people drink is like it's something that I notice, right? Because we have a very like partying, drinking kind of culture. And I had been on countless dates where people were ordering Bud Lights like we were on spring break. I'm like, we are grown people. Are you seriously drinking a Bud Light on a date? Like this is not
Scotch
Summer
is
Jam.
classy.
Like so he had this very classy, very grown up, very sophisticated choice of drink. And it was like age. It was like this 20-year-old scotch. You know, he asked if they had to go get it from the back. Like he was like, "Do you have this?"
Like what, $50 a pop?
Yeah, and it just let me know like the maturity level, the sophistication level of the person that I was dealing with. And then also he is from New York, and I've long had a love affair with New York. This because we met in DC, and so
Oh my gosh! So you guys met online,
uh-huh.
had your first date in DC,
Yeah,
and you guys are now here in
we
Jersey.
live here now. Yeah.
That is so.
Yeah, we
That's
both live
really
here now.
cool.
So
I like that.
But yeah, so we talked a lot about New York, and he said that he loved like how I spoke about New York, like it was such this wonderful, magical place, and because it was where he was from and where he grew up, and like how I was speaking about it, he connected to that.
That's cute.
So yeah,
That's
so
really
that's how we.
That's really, really,
Met.
really, really, really cute. So, what's one thing about love that scares you?
The thing that scares me the most about love is the obligation and the responsibility that comes with it.
Damn.
There are things.
deep.
No, seriously, there are things that I wouldn't do for myself, but I feel obligated to do it because I love this person. You know, like I have to be better. I have to do better because this person is in my life. And if I was by myself, I wouldn't have to do those things. I could just be completely reckless and irresponsible. And yeah, so I kind of
Like the night we met her. Just put it out there.
yeah, I was just having fun. Yeah.
Especially with the water dish thingy.
Yeah,
Oh,
the dish. What
yeah.
would you have drank that dishwater? He tried
Hell to the no.
to give me the damn dishwater.
I think if
Like, get out of here, sir.
I gotta tell you, I think that if it was me and Darrell having dinner, and they will come and pick up the cup and put it in there, and they'll bring it to him, he will be like, "I'm not paying for this. This is ridiculous."
Yeah.
He would have given him. So I think, to me, I felt like more of like a disrespect. To be honest with you, I felt like really more of a disrespect.
Yeah. I
Because
was like,
you
seriously?
you know your job. So now, since you took it, you know you're not supposed to put it back. You're supposed to take
Go
it. into
get
the
another
kitchen.
one.
So
So
this-
let's give the audience a backstory. I'm on stage. I'm performing.
No.
The busboy takes my drink. And I'm all of a sudden I'm like, where's my drink? And he was gonna take, you know, the tray that they put dishes in when they're taking them off the table. My drink was in there, and I'm on the stage. I'm like, what'd you do with my drink? He was gonna take it out of the dirty dish like tray
That's not a tray.
and just
actually.
give
That's
it.
a basin.
It's like a bucket. Yeah, like
That's a basin. Now I'm trying to think what it's called in English, but that's
basin.
a basin. because
Correct.
It's
Very good.
It's a
Yeah, it's like a
higher.
like a tub. Like he was
like
gonna
a tub.
take my drink out of it. I was like, no, absolutely not. If you don't go get
Yay.
me another drink right now, God damn it.
Yeah. And he did bring her a drink. though.
And no, Lee actually
Lee did.
came back like Lee was the real MVP.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
I do. I believe that's a thing. I believe that because I've experienced it before where like my soul knew this person before. So yeah, absolutely that can happen.
Which do you agree with? Love should always feel comfortable, or love should always feel new and exciting?
Oh, I like new and exciting.
Oh yeah.
I like new and exciting, but I think the person that I am in a relationship with thinks that love should always feel safe and comfortable, you know? So there's a balance, right?
I
It's a
think
balance.
I think that when after a while in being in a relationship, you have to feel safe and comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, spice should come.
You don't think you can keep the excitement?
Oh, trust me, I don't think I need that because
Oh, okay.
like I was saying a friend of mine the other day because we were talking about her relationship and stuff, and then I said something about my boyfriend, and she was like, "Why are you smiling?" I said, "I don't know." She goes like, "So are you always?" I said, "Every time I see him, I'm like that." She's like, "Yo," she goes like, "That is so cute." I was like, "Yeah, but like if that goes away, I know that I have to go to him and tell him, listen, we are no longer compatible because I don't feel anything anymore." And I think that would be like the hardest thing. I don't understand how people could tell me like, "Oh yeah, but he'll come home and it's okay. Like I'll just stay there." I'm like, "What are you talking?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Hey babe, like it's like a party." I'm like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
"How are
I,
you? How
I,
was your day?" And she goes like, my friend goes like, "I don't have time to be
yeah,
so attached." And I said, "That's not attachment. That is like showing that you care about him, you
Yeah.
appreciate him,
Yeah.
you love him no matter what." I mean, we hardly see each other because he works nights and goes to school. So I work day and night. So
yeah.
if we don't cross paths like maybe in the middle, it's difficult. But I tell people, like they say, after a storm there's the sun.
Yeah.
So he's almost done with school, so then be better for us.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
But it's important to have that.
whatever. Lies. He's going back to school, liar. What do you think makes people fall out of love?
Wow. Ooh. I think if you have hurt each other enough to the point where you can't bring the good feeling back,
Mm-hmm.
I think over time people hurt each other. Not intentionally,
Mhm.
right? Because we're just human and
Yeah, we
things
make a lot of
happen.
yes.
We make mistakes, we make poor choices, or maybe there's just something that the other person needs that you just cannot give. And that ends up hurting them over time. And I think when the hurt becomes insurmountable,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't balance or overcome the hurt with the love anymore, that's when people fall out of
Like I
love.
have a friend that um she she cheated on the guy,
Mm-hmm.
and the guy he couldn't really move past it, and they were doing therapy and stuff, and she was like, "But why?" I'm like, she goes like, "I forgave him." I said, "See, this is where you are so bad with everything. You are not him and he is not you.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, whether you did it as a revenge situation, whatever it was a choice that you made.
Mm-hmm.
He made a choice. You forgave him, but you made that choice.
Mm-hmm.
Now you did this and he made a choice. He can't forgive you."
Mm-hmm.
"Yeah, so how do I do this?" I said, "There's nothing you can do. You just have to either part ways and be friends, or just don't talk for a few months, see how what happens. Some people could come back, but some people won't come back."
I think the issue is that he was not able to take personal responsibility. Yes, she made a poor choice, but what drove her away? What did he do that
I think it was
caused
a
the-
revenge
a
thing
gap?
because he did it to her and she did it to him. So
Yeah.
it kind of was like and she's still young, and I keep telling her like, stop making those damn stupid choices. Stop running in and chasing after people that don't want you.
Mm-hmm.
So do you believe people can change if they love someone?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I've seen it in our relationship. Like, again, so with love comes responsibility, with obligation, with the feeling that you have to do better
Mm-hmm.
because you love this person so much and because they love you so much, right?
Yeah.
And I've changed for the better. There are things that I would never have done if it was just me. There's things that places in personal growth that I've experienced just because of this relationship,
I like that.
and I can see that in him as well.
That's really nice. When it comes to love, is there a set time?
No, it's whenever, and it's always inconvenient. Have you found that in your life? Love, whenever it comes, it's always inconvenient.
I don't think I was to be honest with you, I wasn't looking. I was trash that night when I met him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had been drinking from like 5 in the morning to the next day.
Good for
So,
you.
yeah,
I like this
was
story
trashed. I
already.
really was. I was trashed, but he was much more than trashed. Yeah, he was picking on every
Were you,
chick.
sir? Were you, sir?
See, I'm telling you, I'm not lying. But the funniest thing is like there was I don't know how he got the chance to even talk to me that night. There was like about 60 guys, old dudes, like old, trying to hit on me, like come at the bar, gets me drinks, and I'm like, nah, I'll be all right. Oh, let me take you out and this and that. He actually waited till we're about to like leave when he approached me. He
He was
I
he was
wasn't
playing the
saying-
long
he
game.
was
He
saying
had
that
like
I was
the long
staring
game.
at him. What happened was his friend and him they had the same piercing. So I asked his friend. I was like, "You guys are like." He's like, "What the fuck are you talking
You
about?"
thought they were a couple?
They both were so mad at me.
That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, they were so mad. What does that mean? Like, what you mean by that? I was like, no, I'm just saying because you guys have the same, like everything is the same. No, nothing is the same. Nothing is the same.
That's funny as shit.
So when it comes to you, what do you consider an act of cheating?
Oh my. Cheating is
So what would he have to do for you to think that he cheated? Talk to a girl, text a girl, take her out, approach her at a bar. What is something?
yes.
So wait, what if?
Yes, correct, accurate.
Nah, I'm just saying. Like, what would be something that?
No, I think that, I think flirting and friendships are perfectly natural. Honestly, if you're with someone who is charismatic or attractive, then other people are going to like them, obviously. I just think that when it becomes a thing that's like sneaking around and lying, anything that you feel that you have to like cover up or hide, then it becomes cheating because you're being willfully dishonest.
That is cute. Do
Yeah.
you think we can fall in love multiple times?
Yeah, absolutely. I've fallen in love more than once in my life.
That is cute.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. If you had the power to change the way this generation thinks about love, what would you tell them?
I don't know if this current generation even thinks about love at all. They just think about like twerking and I don't know what they're doing. They are just completely screwed up. I feel like when we were younger, things were a lot more genuine because it wasn't like instant. You know how you can just go online and just instantly find like a hookup or a person. Like we had to cultivate real relationships
Really,
and get
really
to
bad.
know people
And your mom has to approve it.
all
Oh
that.
my
Like I feel
God.
like what we had was a lot more genuine
Why? I
than
had
what
to
they're
go through
doing.
all that in Europe, man, and the whooping and the chair beating.
Wait,
and-
chair beating?
and the
What?
closing-
We
and
might
the
need to call
closing of
somebody.
The doors locking me out.
I couldn't close my door in my house. I
No,
had
my
to always
father
have
lock-
an open door.
My father and my mom used to lock me out. If I don't come in, you're gonna be locked out. And then in the morning when I'm there, my mom one time whooped my ass. I was 19 years old. I was 19. I was 19 when that happened.
Oh my.
I walked in at 2:00 in the morning. It was a feast, and it finished at 12:30. Took the bus home, and she was waiting by the door, and she grabbed me from my shirt and slapped the heck out of me.
Is this
Whew.
and your mom's the one that's Arabic or your dad?
Both.
Oh, they're both Arabic.
Not Arabic, but they're from Malta, both.
Oh. Oh.
But my father is a military man, so
Mm.
yeah. What is the first thing you notice in a man in general?
Oh. Usually
I love it.
height, and his smile, like a nice smile, and of course how he is dressed.
Okay. Do you think that physical attributes are more important to maintaining a successful relationship, or do you think that friendship maintains a relationship?
Well, of course, physical attributes are not the most important thing, but it does play a part, right? You
think
have
so
to be
too.
attracted to
Shoot.
someone.
If I had an ugly person, I'm like,
Yeah, and ugly is subjective, right? They just have to be attractive to
I mean,
you.
there's people that have ugly because the guy has money. So I think that's the only reason that when he's ugly, a female stays is
Yeah?
for his damn money. Yeah,
You
I
think
really
so?
do. Yeah, and then they have
How
kids,
much
and the
money-
kids are ugly too.
How much money do you
It's really
have
bad.
to overcome ugly?
I
Like
don't know.
Jay-Z money?
Yeah, well, he ain't that cute anyway.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
Sorry. Ooh, we were on air.
That was my
Stupid.
whole point.
Ow. Damn. Sorry, but yeah, you're ugly. Sorry. What is the first thing? Oh, do you have kids?
I do not.
Okay. So, what would be the first thing you would tell your son or daughter about love?
Well, firstly, let's just say I don't want to have kids ever.
Don't say
Ever.
that's a problem.
Yeah, I'm just not interested in that. But
Okay.
I would tell my son or daughter to make sure you choose someone that is suitable to you and makes you happy, and don't allow outside influences to determine that.
I like that. Do you get jealous?
I do.
You do.
I do. Rarely though.
Woo! And what happens when you do that?
Rarely though. Like I'm pretty secure. Rarely though. I am blessed to be in a relationship that is where I have a person who is very focused on me and shows me every day that they love me, and I don't have to ever question it, you know?
I like that.
Very fortunate to have that. And then
That's really cute.
yeah, and then sometimes if I feel like
Because I feel like if the guy doesn't make you feel comfortable like that, that's when it gets bad.
yeah.
I think because men are worse than girls though when it comes to acting like silly to make you feel jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have a way to like try and make the female more jealous because they know that a female once she gets jealous, she gonna lose her head. She, you know. Phew. I know I've seen really bad scenes by people
Yeah.
in a club. Yeah, throwing shit at other girls and
Oh.
glasses and all
Well,
that.
thank God we don't have those issues.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm glad
We don't have those type of
I don't
problems.
have time for that shit. Who knows you best?
Who knows me best?
Mm.
I don't know, my mom maybe.
Your mom.
Hassan knows me really well. A lot of times he'll understand me better than I understand me. And he'll be like, this is why you did that, or this is why you like that. Like the other day, so I love a fireworks on my birthday, right? And I love,
Oh, you need to go to Europe, man.
well, I'm born, my birthday's July 5th, so
Oh my gosh, you have to go to Malta every week, starting from May, like the first week of May, all through September.
It's
every
fireworks?
Week they have Friday, Saturday, Sunday fireworks, and not fireworks like you guys have here in 4th of July. They have them like on like poles, and they do the flower, and they come out and they move, and the planes goes up and down.
I would love it.
Oh my gosh.
So this is the thing though, but like I love fireworks and I love going to Times Square.
Oh, I love
And then we went to this lantern festival in
That's where I wanted to go. That's the one with the lights, right?
yeah, but then
Oh.
he says to me, he was like, I realize you just like lights. You just like anything that lights up.
I love it too.
And it just clicked in that moment. I was like, I do just like anything that lights up.
That's
like,
why I like
but
Christmas
he
a lot.
was able to see like, I don't know. It just, he
I
sometimes,
just like the white light that looks like diamonds.
as it when it like sparkles and
Yeah,
twinkles, I
kinda.
love that.
It makes me feel like.
So
I'm in heaven
anyway,
or
that was
something.
something that he put together that I never even thought about. He was just like, you just like anything that lights up. I was like, pretty much.
Pretty much. What is the hardest lesson you had to learn in life?
Shit. That is, I don't even know. I don't think I've learned my hardest lesson yet, honestly.
What's one of the hardest that you have to deal with?
I don't know, that you don't always get what you want. You don't always get what you want, but most of the time you do get what you need if you can if you look and see past it. Life provides you with what you need, the lesson that you need.
I like that.
Yeah.
Most proud achievement in your life?
When I graduated from Howard University.
And what was
Age you? You're supposed to say you. No, that's never mind.
that? Yeah, I've never. Sorry.
Never mind. Never mind.
Sorry.
Next question.
Describe love in 5 words.
Oh my. Safety, comfort, passion, focus, and I don't know, family.
But you don't want to have any.
Right, but when you're with someone, you should feel like they're your family. Like you should have that comfort. Like this person is a rock,
I have glitter
a stable in my life, a staple. Did I say stable? Anyway,
Yeah.
why are you so glittery?
Because these.
Oh, because of
stupid
these
things.
cards. Look
Yeah.
at these cards, ladies and gentlemen. See the cards?
I did them all. I cut them all by myself.
Did you? Into the hearts by
hand.
yourself?
Yep.
They're very nice.
Oh,
They're
thank you.
very nice.
What would you sacrifice your career to keep your relationship?
Ha! This is funny. We just went through this. We just went through this. Like I'm trying to get a promotion, and they're aware. We disclosed to HR. They know that we're in a relationship, so they're like, we can't promote you because you're in a relationship with this person. So we can either both be promoted, or neither one of us can
Yeah,
be promoted. Like
I
we have to be
understand.
on the same.
Because the same with my company. If you're here, both you can stay here. But if one is about to
They can't promote just
they have
one.
to transfer him to an or her.
That's
to
what they
another
said. They
store.
told me I have to work at another thing, and so we were gonna like stage this whole breakup. We were just gonna go to HR and be like, "We fuck him." No,
Lying. Now you're here on television, yo.
no. But so we did. But I was like, no, we were never actually gonna do that. I was like, no one would ever believe that anyway. We're not doing that. So. Instead, we're just gonna both try to get promoted because we both have.
Hey, why not?
We both have we're both amply qualified and doing well. So I think the better option would be for us both to just get promoted. But they can't. I was the only one that applied for the promotion, and they can't promote just me.
So apply for it too.
Yeah, he will. When he's eligible, he'll be eligible in 3 months. So we're just gonna
Okay.
do that.
So, if you had to change something about your life,
You should put a job in there put a question in there about work at the same workplace with your significant other. It's a whole other topic. Anyway, go
I
ahead.
like it. If you had to change something about your life, what would it be?
Oh my God, I would change a million things. I wish I didn't have to work 40 hours a week. Like I wish that I was independently wealthy and we could travel more. That's an easy question. I like to travel all over the place, and I wish I didn't have to have a full-time job.
Describe your man in 5 words.
Ow, my babe. My babe is, oh my God, he's an angel. I just need one word. He is an angel straight from heaven. He's just sweet and loving and kind and caring, generous, honest, any of the virtuous things that you can think of.
That is so cute.
Just an angel.
Yeah, so nice of her.
At least he likes it.
How do you diffuse an argument?
We don't really argue that much.
That's so good.
We really don't, because he's such an angel and he has so much patience. And rarely do things escalate into arguments because he's such a patient, calm, like understanding person. I'm here all the time, and he's really even keel. I can't even think, honestly, the last time we like yelling or arguing. It just doesn't happen. It just does not happen. Would you care to comment? No. Do you have something to say, ma'am?
No,
I feel like
turn my mic off, please.
I feel like you want to get something out. Share. This is a safe space. DJ,
No,
do you
I'll
have
be
something to say, sir?
Oh my gosh. Oh shoot.
The audience would like to hear more, Michelle. We would like to hear more.
No, I'll be all right.
Okay,
So.
all right.
And I swear I'm not
Do you
even
need a
drink,
refill?
But wait,
give her some
You gotta be
Tito's.
honest with them. Did I not put any?
No, that's
Okay,
like seltzer
I'm not
water.
drinking.
But
any.
let's give her some Tito's. No?
I'm not ready for
Okay, all right.
So how important is it to make time for each other?
It's very important. Honestly, we're going through that right now. Like we have his schedule. We work at the same place, but his schedule has all of this opposite days off as I have.
They do it on purpose. Biatches.
So he's up for a schedule change soon, and we're trying to at least have a couple days off the same so that we could do stuff together. So we are actively trying to adjust our employment schedules to have more time together.
That's cute. That's nice.
We're making it because I like to do a lot of shit. Like we could just stay home and watch Netflix all the time if it was up to him, but I want to go everywhere and do everything. I always have some just random shit that I want to do. So he's like, we need to adjust. I'm going to adjust my schedule so we can do the shit that you want to do.
Cool. Next time maybe he should come to the show.
Right. He had to work that day, so he couldn't come.
That's what I'm saying.
Babe, can you refill me?
Do you think compliments are important?
I do. Have you ever read the book, heard of the book? It's called The 5 Love Languages. Have you ever heard of it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the 5 love languages are the way that you show love, right? And I can't always remember all of them, but some of them are acts of service, words of affirmation, physical touch, quality time. I can't remember the 5th one.
The 5th one, I forgot it too.
I can't. But anyway, one of the ways that I particularly show love is words of affirmation. So I'm a person who compliments you a lot. I will say, if there's something that I like about you, I don't keep it to myself. I say that like as soon as you came, I was like, oh my God, your hair looks so beautiful. Like I do not hold back on compliments. So that's mine.
I really love it. I think she did an awesome job.
It looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
Absolutely hot. Like you should be in a video. Just it's hot.
We're about to.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a commercial.
But yeah, I do compliment a lot. One of his love languages, acts of service. Gift giving was the 5th one.
Yes,
Gift giving.
giving.
So that's my other one. Gift giving. If I like you, I'm gonna buy something or give you something or tell you how wonderful you are.
That's cute. I like that.
So I definitely give compliments.
I
a
like
lot.
gifts, but I don't like gifts like every damn day. I think it becomes like boring. Cause why are you gifting me for nothing? Like I wanna.
Because they love you and they're thinking of you.
And
it could be something little, like I brought you home dinner.
Yeah, like I like to spend time, but I like to give. So when he just released his artist's album, so I gave him that. I made that for him.
The picture there?
Yeah.
That's very nice.
I ordered it from my store and everything.
It's very nice. Yeah.
So it was a little like boost. So
yeah,
in the future. Because, not everything really happens overnight, especially with music. So sometimes you're going to be in a place where you want to give up. So that will keep him going.
For some reason, I thought your boyfriend was that other guy.
Who?
The First of all, the face. You're not going to do that face.
Which one?
The one who was like he was sitting right in front of the stage with glasses. He was like white, the bigger white guy.
Rainier.
That's who I thought was
best
your
friend.
boyfriend. I don't know why. I thought. Is that the one who he had matching tattoos with?
Well, matching piercings. That's what I told you. Like they act alike. They
I can see that.
They pick on me all the time. The same. If he would have not been there, he would be there. He would say the same shit he would have done if he wasn't. If it was.
I can see that.
So yeah, what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful that I have someone in my life that loves me so much. And I'm grateful that I have a job that affords me the opportunity and the finance to travel a lot, as much as I like.
One of your favorite couples in present time?
Michelle and Barack.
I love that.
Oh no, but my favorite couple, honestly, seriously, this is going to be an unpopular opinion. My favorite couple is Kanye and Kim. Like, I think...
I love them too.
I think
I like Chloe, sorry.
They match each other so
They
much.
do.
Kanye and Kim are like that is a perfect
Because
match.
when he's down, she picks him up, and she knows exactly how to.
Well, they're just the two most vain, self-centered people in the entire universe, and they found each other.
That's
It's
true.
a miracle.
They're wealthy. They love to live
They just love
They
themselves,
love
so
themselves.
much.
Yeah,
and they were able to love each other.
Every move they make, they have a mirror. See, I want to break
Or
mirrors
like a
in my
selfie.
house.
Like they
yeah,
just,
I don't do that.
they are so
but they
self-concerned.
are very. You're right.
And I love it. I
I
love
like
it.
I like it. But I love Chloe from all of them.
Is she still with Lamar?
No, she had a baby with that other guy.
Who?
And, yeah, and they're still together.
Look at you knowing.
And they're still together, but she doesn't put it out publicly like that anymore because he apparently cheated. But whatever.
I do remember the cheating scandal that he had. Okay.
Yeah. What's the secret to a great relationship?
Trust is important. And always remembering that, like, I think in our relationship, the center focus is I always want him to feel loved. And his center focus is he always wants to make sure I'm happy, you know? So when you have that focus on each other, like, I want to make sure this person feels loved all the time, or I want to make sure this person feels happy, then, you know, how could you falter? How could you fail? You know?
That's nice.
Yeah.
What advice would you give your young self?
Oh, these niggas ain't shit. They ain't shit. Like I would go back and tell my young self, just stand back and watch and see, know your worth, and understand when someone really cares about you, and understand when someone's really showing you who they are, believe them. When someone is showing you that you're not important to them, believe them and move on. Don't sit there and try to do more, do something so that they can. Someone should understand. You yourself should understand and know your worth, and then share that with someone else. You shouldn't base your worth on someone else's opinion of you.
Do you think that relationships are affected by the way we grow up? Meaning,
Absolutely.
parents, one parent.
Oh my
So
God,
do you
absolutely.
think-
Don't you?
I'm just asking you the question. I'll
Absolutely.
tell you what I think, and after you,
I think
answer.
that you, in the beginning, before you learn better, because when you know better, you do better, right? And in the beginning, before you know better and do better, you're basically just patterning your relationships based on what you've seen from your parents or grandparents. Now, I was fortunate that my parents have been together my whole life and are still together. Like, I wasn't a product of a divorced, broken home. So I had several marriages in my family, my uncles, my parents, my grandparents that were together. And these are examples of relationships. Now, they were all just extremely unhealthy, imbalanced relationships.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
But that's what I patterned myself after. So, you know, but you grow up and you see the error, the folly, and you do better.
Well, sometimes I gotta be honest with you. I think that you do sometimes try and make it a different way of how you grew up, but sometimes you can't.
It's hard, right?
Sometimes
It's difficult.
hard. So let me just bring up the example. For example, I was married for 19 years.
19 years?
I
Good
only knew him
Lord.
6 weeks, and I married him.
Wait. You knew him 6 weeks and you married him and stayed married for almost 20 years? Jesus.
So when I got out of the relationship, I had my whole body was a little darker than my boyfriend. My whole body.
Why? How?
I was beaten up every day for 17 years straight. Whether the coffee is not right, whether the food is not right, whether I didn't do this right, whether I looked at his friend, whether I took a breath, whether
Oh my God.
I took a cup and I wasn't supposed to, whether I looked up when I wasn't supposed to. So at the age of 38, I decided to leave. So I left.
I want to hug you. Can I hug you? Oh my
Aw.
God, baby.
Thank you. But
As women, we put up with so much, don't we?
but it's because I
So
saw my
much.
my grandmother. She went through it,
And
so I thought
right,
that I
and you
can go
thought
through it.
this is the way it's supposed to be.
And I said to
Yeah.
myself, you know, I could fix him. Like I really could fix him.
Yeah.
So every time we went for therapy, she goes like, "So what you want to do?" I said, "I can fix him." She's like, "No, because what he wants, you don't want." At the end of the day, we ended up at the divorce court. And when the judge told me what I wanted, and I said to him, "I want the kids." And the judge asked him, "What do you want?" He said, "I only wanted her. I never wanted them."
What?
So
How many kids do you have?
I have two.
And so when you, and I know this is, I'm supposed to be interviewed, but I'm so interested in asking you this. When you were going through this and you were going through therapy, what was he saying about why he was
wants to
beating
leave.
you? Was
There
he
was
like,
never an explanation. He claimed that he never did. He never did.
so did he, after the beatings, apologize to you, say, I'm going to do better? Like, what kept you going for 19 years? Your children?
I just had to stay. I have nobody here. I'm in the States by myself. No one.
Wow.
So
Wow. I'm like, I'm about to tear
So,
up that you
yeah,
had to
it's
go
alright.
through that,
It's
baby.
okay. That's part of my,
You
my
should-
story.
Oh my God. I
That's
seriously
part
am
of
about
my
to tear up.
story.
I hate this.
And
Oh,
the
my
saddest thing
goodness.
is that takes me back to this about the parents. My mother and my father have, my father was 17 years older than my mom. And he adored my mom, but he didn't know how to adore her the right way.
Yeah.
So when whatever they were going through, he'll just grab and leave and go with some chick that he's met at some place, and he'll leave us there. And I was always with him. There was never a day that me and him didn't spend time together, didn't go eat together, whatever the case was. Oh, let's go take a ride. Oh, you know, this and that. Me and my dad had a very
You're very close.
we were close. My father passed away almost 8 years ago. So my whole life changed after that. That's when I filed for divorce. That's when I started trying to live my life.
Mm-hmm.
I try and live it as best as I can because I feel like my priority right now is my kids. Unfortunately, I'm one of those women that wants to have her kids better than her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always last. So no matter what happens to me and whatever happens to them, I'll drop everything for them. So I could be in the middle of a job. I could be in the middle of being sick. I'll just go. It doesn't really matter where I'm at. The kids, my boys, are my number one. So, like
Do you still have a relationship with this ex-husband?
no, we
Like, I mean,
we talk.
do you get
about
along?
oh no, we don't get a we try and talk about the kids. So I try and have conversations with him about the boys, but sometimes then he'll go back. Oh well, if you stayed, we could have had this because see, I gave everything to him. So he can say whatever he wants, but I gave everything to him. I signed every single document to him so that he can take the money that he always wanted. Everything that he wanted is the money and the land and the properties. So I hope he lives a good life with that because I have what's best, the boys.
Yes.
So
And
at
he's
the end
still
of-
here in New Jersey?
Yeah, he's in New York.
Okay.
So, yeah, I wish him the best, you know. He's currently involved with a 22-year-old. So he's 55 years old. So
What?
good luck to him. I mean, and her. I'm happy where I am. I'm not hating him for anything that he's done to me or anything that he's done to my kids. I thank him that I have the boys because
Yes.
without him I couldn't have them.
Right.
But it is what it is. The story of my life is a different story, and it ended there, and I have new beginnings. So that's where I started. You know, and then when I met Darrell and was telling him about my show, the idea I had, he really wanted me to do it, and so then I started it, and our relationship was getting like a little rocky, so I kind of wanted to stop the show because I was not feeling that the show is what I wanted to do at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently I missed my show. It was 2 years that I stopped it, and
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted to bring it back. So he was like, "So what are you waiting for?" Like, he's actually the one that kind of pushed me to get here.
Oh,
So this
that's
is, you know,
beautiful.
and my manager too. She's really awesome. She's really, really cool, and everything that you see, the backdrops, the flyers,
Yeah.
she does everything for me.
Okay.
So heads up to Miss Beats. I love you. So yeah.
And isn't
so
it's such a difference in your life to go from a relationship that's draining you
of
into a
course.
relationship that's feeding you and moving you
Yeah,
forward.
I mean, I
It's such a
feel
contrast.
so free.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel like
such
I
a
can
difference.
walk out, and like sometimes I finish at 11 at night, and I feel like I want to walk from work, and when I walk I just close my eyes. Sometimes it's so cold, but I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so good to feel like the cold on my face, because if I was still where I was 10 years ago, I would never be able to do this.
Yeah.
I would have had to have somebody pick
Wow.
me up, drop me at the house, make sure
Yeah.
that's how I had.
You
to.
are so strong. That's an amazing
So,
story.
Yeah, well, you know, it's not easy, but I will continue to be the mom that I'm supposed to be for now. And when they're grown and they're good, I'm out. Okay, please, Daddy, please. So my show is about to end.
Okay.
I will ask you my last and final question. What is the definition of love?
Ooh, I knew it was coming. And I just honestly don't really have, I don't know, an answer, but it's such a broad and subjective question. I know I've learned so much about love in the past 4 years that I've been in this relationship. And I think that love is something that changes you deeply. I think love is something that makes you want to, again, do better and be better. You know you love someone when you will change and adjust for that person and because of that person.
I like that.
Even if it's beyond your comfort level, even if it's inconvenient for you, you know that this person is so important to me that I have got to do better.
Yeah,
And that's what love is to me.
that's cool. Can you tell everybody where they can find you? What shows? What
Yeah. I am on the interwebs as just_Candice, and Candice is KANDYCE. So just type in just_Candice, and everything should pop up. My Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. I'm all over, and I post a lot.
Yeah, I used to post a lot. I don't have I'll tell you later. I don't have time. It's too time consuming. So I work too many hours.
This light makes my skin look terrible. Like you can see.
No, you actually
can
have
see-
a damn good.
you
Look
can
at me.
see
I'm
every,
so
like-
so white. I feel see through. Like I feel like I'm a skeletal.
You can see like every pimple, every.
I mean, look at my ring though.
It's beautiful.
Shit.
Are you engaged? Is that what that is? It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
So, anyways, thank you for coming. I really appreciate.
I
you.
had a ball.
I will want to have you and your man one time.
He's here. You should have like forced him to say something, anything at all. Like
So-
just put a mic over there and make him say
He
some
wants
shit.
to learn Arabic, so
I want to learn Arabic.
I think we can arrange that, but he has to come on my show first.
Thank you for the Tito's.
No
I
problem.
appreciate you. Thank you, babe.
Have a good night, guys. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Fucking with you. This is the shit that I know. This is the shit that I know. But do you know? Really have brothers so close. Think I hit that other note. At first, we had nowhere to go. Now we have nothing to show, nothing to glow. Thought I had a motive. I was just going through the motions. Claim that I never noticed.